Good morning, traders. Today is Wednesday, and here's your market briefing covering the US dollar index, a WTI crude oil, gold, and Australian dollar, all shaped by ongoing geopolitical tensions and central bank expectations. So let's start with the US dollar index. The US dollar index rebounded above 98.7 on Tuesday, reversing Monday's losses as safe haven demand returned amid the Israel-Iran conflict. President Trump called for a full withdrawal from Tehran while Israel airstrikes intensified. Iran may resume nuclear talks, but tensions remain elevated. Markets are now awaiting for Fed's policy meeting. While no change is expected, the traders will examine inflation and labor projections closely. Higher oil prices and persistent trade uncertainty reduce the likelihood of near-term rate cuts. And technically, the DXY remain in downtrend. Resistance sits near 99, while the key support at 98 and 97.6. So let's move on to the WTI crude oil. The oil surged over 5% to 73.66, driven by fears of energy disruption amid the escalating Middle East conflict. Israel airstrikes increased, and Trump reiterated his calls for Tehran's withdrawal. Iran appears open to talks, but the risks still remain. The volatility is high, where Monday saw an $8 range as markets gauge the conflict's impact. Traders also monitor U.S. tariffs risk and possible OPEC supply increase, adding further uncertainty to the price action. The oil is above key moving average. If sustained above $70, the price momentum could retest 74.74 with further upside potential. Now, let's talk about gold. Gold climbed back above 3,400 on Tuesday after Monday's steep drop, which is its biggest one-day loss in a month. The decline followed as signs of Iran may de-escalate and resume nuclear talks, reducing immediate safe haven demand. However, the ongoing tensions and anticipation of today's U.S. retail and industrial data support gold's recovery. Markets also await the Fed's outlook. Dovish signals could lift gold further if the dollar weakens. And technically, gold is testing 33.55 support. Holding here maintains a bullish outlook, with upside targets near 34.50 and $3,500. And finally, the Australian dollar. The Aussie dollar held around 0.648 on Tuesday, slightly lower as geopolitical tensions linger. A softer dollar lends support, but risk appetite remains fragile amid the Israel-Iran standoff. And traders are also pricing in a July RBA rate cut, possibly bringing the cash rate back to 3.6%. And China's latest data showed strong retail activity but weaker industrial output, adding mixed signals. And technically, the Australian dollar stays in a mild uptrend above its 30-day moving average. The key resistance is at 0.6550 to 0.66, with near-term support at 0.6460. In summary, the markets are balancing a mix of geopolitical risk, central bank positioning, and macro data. With the Fed and RBA decisions on the horizon and tensions in Middle East ongoing, volatility is likely to stay elevated. So thank you for tuning in and trade safe.